one of the biggest concerns that y'all are consistently hearing about is that nonprofits want to be, quote, financially sustainable. This industry is a little different. I mean, the other industries I've helped people in, if you don't make enough money, the mission is not going to get met because it takes a lot of resources to do this. I'm going to share some confidential insider information that was given to me. I'm going to give you a story about how a fiscal doctor shows up here because I have not spent my whole career in nonprofits. Where were you, if you think back in 2003? Just think back a minute. I was living in Boston. This is the front of my home. Now, it's a little colder there. The snow's a little higher than it is here in Atlanta. But if everything's done right, the road is good. My friends had said, Gary, you ought to go out and help these nonprofits. They really need the skill sets you've got. So I said, okay, KPMG had taught me governmental. I knew this. I'd done a little of it. But my forte is as simple as this. I help you grow the top line revenue and diversify. Keep more of your operations. And when I do that, whether you're a for-profit or a nonprofit, the world's a lot nicer if you have enough money to make things happen. So what did I do in 2003? I went to Anchorage and northern Alaska. There is a different kind of mission there that a lot of you haven't thought about, but it is probably the trend of the future for you. You see, there's a group there called ANC. ANC is Alaskan Native Corporation. You call these things different areas. Some of you have heard the phrase, they call themselves Inuit. We call them Native Americans or Eskimos once upon a time. They have lived in northern Alaska for 1,000 years. Their social mission is they want to live there for another 1,000 years. Now, help you get a vision of sort of why that's important to them. You know, this says it's sort of cold in Boston. Now, make that minus 20 degrees. And what you do at minus 20 degrees at night, you take your truck and you walk over there, you've got a plug, you plug it in the wall, and that way, in the morning, you have a radiator. It gets colder at minus 50 degrees. You turn the truck on at night so that when you come out in the morning, there is a truck and a radiator. Now, and you come back and say, God, you lost me there, Gary. Surely it can't get any colder than minus 50. At minus 100 degrees plus chill factor, think of an astronaut suit. That's what you have to wear when you go outside at minus 100 degrees, which it gets in northern Alaska. What's the purpose of this? The issue is the ANCs need to make money because the money they make justifies their mission, which is they want to live there another 1,000 years. So they bring in people like me who know other industries, know best practices to help them. And see if this sounds familiar. Nonprofits like to grow the top line, diversify the revenue so that you have money for the mission. Sounds similar? You want to be as efficient as you can with the money as you've got. So did the ANCs. And 3, the mission is really make life better for yourself, for others, whatever your mission is. Similar areas, however, completely different setting. And one of the things a lot of the people told when I've done some background work is, this is where you're going to have to go 10 years from now. I did an article. I went to the National Association of Corporate Directors and Boardsource, the premier organizations for CEOs and directors. And I asked 3 questions. I said, I know there's things you ought to do, but not if your name has to show up on it, and not if you have to spend the political capital. What would the top 3 issues be?